This is the new Richter RB7 bass amp from Laney. 300 watts of belly rumbling power output, two 10-inch speakers. That's about all I can tell you about it really, because I'm not a bass player, but I do know a man who is. Before we get your feelings on the amp, there's a few things I wanted to ask you about here. It's got a gain rotary here, looks like it's connected to an internal compressor. Yeah, with all gains, you can up them a bit too much. They've become a bit too rugged, but you can overpower the preamp. What this would do is it would give it a bit of control, basically. Okay, cool. So you see it activates when you really hit it. When you play it gently, it goes in and. What's this mysterious enhance? Ah, the enhance. Oh, every bass player's dream. It's basically enhancing the lower frequencies. They put it there for a reason. I think personally the reason is because of the two 10-inch speakers. Okay, cool. It's got bass and treble. There's a limiter, which is presumably pretty handy for limiting things. What I found is it's basically giving those beginners a chance to have a few extras without having to buy the pedals. I like the fact that they're using quite a bit of the front panel. A lot of these newer bass amps are trying to use a car stereo size amps inside them. Right. But we need to space these things out because we don't want the famous sausage finger. Sausage fingers, yeah. Always a problem. It is a problem. And you can deactivate the horn here, which is interesting. Yeah, it takes a bit of the top end out, a bit of the very high frequency out. But if you're doing a bit of slapping and popping, you probably want it in. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because it's quite a bright sounding amp, isn't it? Yeah. Let me just show this. Does this look? Oh yes, the bass player's dream. Sorry, that's the wrong way around for you. That's alright, it kicks it to monitor. You hit a bad note, you stare at the amp, think, what's up with that? I know what I do. I move it into monitor position and then everyone will think, oh that's cool, and forget you've just bummed a note. It's perfect. And you can do foot on monitor solos with that as well. You can with that grill, because apparently it's kick proof. It's kick proof, isn't it? Yeah, you can kick it, so I don't know how it's kick proof. Can we kick it? When they say kick proof, I expect a hand to come out and stop your foot from actually kicking it. I don't think it means that. I think that's some of the more expensive ones they have. It is, yeah. And nothing much going on around the back. Apart from this pult slash wine bottle holder. It's one of those things you can do. You buy a bass amp, this is around 300 quid, isn't it? £300 to £400. The wife's going to get the amp. You put a nice bouquet of flowers in there. She will love it. She will love it. I see. And these are, this is like carpet, isn't it? It's like carpet in a hotel. You're getting a lot of this lately. Yes, I don't know what hotels you go to. Well, certainly not black, but yeah, it's the latest thing. They've gone away from the black ash effect to this carpet, which I'll tell you the one thing about it. When it gets a lot of rubbish on it, you can use one of those sticky rollers that you use on your suits. So it's all right. No, I don't mind it. So tell me what issues have you got with this? I've still got a few concerns about the lower frequencies, especially if you drop D. But those concerns will be quashed if I plumb it into a 15-inch. So you recommend if somebody gets one of these, then they put a 15-inch cabinet at the bottom? I gigged with it the other night, but it coped with it. It coped with a pub gig. If I take it out to a festival, I would want to stick a 15-inch on it. If I play it outside, I want to put a 15-inch on it. Another gripe I've got is I do worry, as much as you shouldn't put a drink on your amp. I do worry about this grill at the top, because any slippage, you could be just standing next to it and spill a drink, it will go straight onto the circuit board. Well, in a cut and thrust of a pub gig, you're having a grill on top is... That worries me a bit. The other thing I actually don't like, and that's the plastic handles. I feel that, Laney are a well-respected British amp company, and to have plastic handles on the side just feels a bit cheap. Yeah, I get you. It's a shame, are they really saving money from that, or do they think the plastic ones are better? You answers on a postcard for that one. Okay, but overall, you sort of... Overall, I'm people should invest in an amp like this? I would say it's not a beginner's amp. I would say it's like you're just transferring to... You're taking bass playing seriously. You want to go up a little bit. You're getting 300 watts out of it with two 10-inch speakers. So yeah, it's someone that's just starting to take bass playing seriously and on a budget, because it's pretty cheap for what you get. You definitely get your money's worth from it. So it's good. Cool. And should we do the flat test? let's do the flap test.
Right, we've decided a good way to see whether the how powerful this bass amp is compared to other bass amps is to test the is it the reflex vent? Is that what it's called?
Vent, port.
Okay, and this measures the, what's the technical term again, sorry?
It's the technical term is actually flappiness.
That's right, this is the reflex port out the back of the amp. And how are we going to do this?
Well, with bass amps it's very important the size of the reflex port due to the movement of the driver. So we're going to use this highly precision bit of card and tape measure and measure the flappiness of it when we put it up to full power. Now, it would be nice if it just blew it out, but where drivers are moving in and out, they're going to flap. So the flappiness, I believe,
I'm glad someone does.
is very important. So let's go for flappage.
You ready?
3,
I'm ready to flap.
2, 1.
Full volume.
Well, quite shocking really. It was running around the 20 millimeter flappage, and then you hit a note that shot it up to 40 millimeters.
40?
So we're going to have to put that will go on, obviously on the top of the leaderboard. And yeah, 40 millimeters.
Wow,
Got flappage. That's serious flappage.
Right, so this is the this is our leaderboard. As you can tell, nobody on it at all yet. The Laney Richter RB7 is the Neil Armstrong. It is the first one up there. It's the one to beat from now on. We did try it with a balloon. As you can tell, that didn't work. So the flappage level is what it's going to be. We put a little H there. It was a hot day. The air molecules will make a difference, we think. Anyway, there we go. The Richter RB7, 40 millimeter flappage, which is pretty damn impressive.
Just feel like talking to someone, and I don't care who it is. I just wanna have a laugh, you know how it is.